No, I did not.
We're now joined by Tennessee head coach Kellie Harper, and she'll begin with an opening statement, and then we'll take questions. And again, a reminder to please speak up so we can hear your questions on the Zoom.
Well, obviously, our team is happy, and they should be. This is a really good win. I'm proud of our team, and I thought we shared the ball. I thought we got a lot of production from a lot of different people. I thought our defense was extremely tough. The Texas A&M is a lot better basketball team than that score. And so proud of our team and what we were able to do. It's a big win.
Let's start with Carthy.
Hey, Coach, top 25 win again. I mean, how much fun is this team having? And then pointed out how Kelly this season, being up here and then going back, your locker and celebrating everything considered. How much fun is this team having doing this?
Yeah, this team's having a ball. The staff's having a ball. I mean, it's been great, and I think the thing that makes it so special is how much they genuinely love each other. And as a mom, right? As a mom, when I see Jackson and Kylie hugging and loving each other, it makes me so happy. And it's no different as a coach, right? They genuinely care for each other and they pull for each other, and you have that. It's a strong bond, and it's really carrying over to the court right now.
Cora, Maria, and then Chloe.
Gary Blair got a little emotional talking about, his career and Pat Summitt when he was in here earlier. Having played against him as a player and now facing him as a coach, what does a coach like him mean to the sport?
Gary has been, someone that I've always looked up to and someone that I've always enjoyed being around. I think there are a lot of opposing coaches that it's easy for fans to dislike, right? I mean, that's kind of the nature of sports. He's just the guy that you just can't help but like. He's been an SEC staple at 2 schools, and he is a terrific coach. I'm really excited for him to be able to have this. I'm excited that we have the opportunity to celebrate him this year as he makes his final rounds in the SEC. But he's a great person and a great coach.
Maria.
Obviously, Tamari had 11 blocks. There was one in particular I want to ask you about, if you remember. I think it was late in the third quarter. It was actually a really well-run play by Texas A&M. They were driving right side. She comes out to challenge the shot, and they flip a pass to a cutting Aggie, and she spins around and somehow recovers enough to block that one, too. That was maybe one of her more impressive blocks of the night.
Yeah, Tamari is so mobile, and right now her instincts in anchoring us in the paint are terrific, and she is more than just a tall player. I mean, she is a really good basketball player, and I'm excited for her because she's just blossomed. I mean, just listening to her in the press conference just made me so happy because she's just grown up, and she's a wonderful human being, and I'm just proud. I'm so proud of her and what she's been able to do.
Chloe, and then Cora.
Coach, SEC play has, of course, started up here in these last few weeks, and it's already looked like it's going to be pretty interesting. Of course, Missouri, who was unranked, beat South Carolina, and I know Jordan, I think, said that you guys are taking this one game at a time, but how would you mind sharing your thoughts on the SEC overall this season and women's basketball?
Yeah, I think the SEC's tougher this year than it was last year. I really do. I think there's a couple reasons for that. I think you've got some teams that are really pushing the top up, and I think the bottom teams last year are better. So the one thing that we've talked about quite a bit, if you don't show up, if you take a night off, or if you're not your best, you're probably going home with a loss, and it doesn't matter who you play. It's really that competitive, and I think our team knows that, and it's going to be that being there every night is not an easy thing to do, right? Showing up with great energy and great toughness and doing what you do every single night is tough because it's just a long physical season, but that's what we're asking our team to do. And I think the team that is able to accomplish that, you know, be the consistent team, they're the team that's going to be on top.
Cora?
Morale, obviously making her debut at home since first time since she was hurt. When she came in that game, it felt like the energy changed a lot. And with all three of those players in here, their joy was a bit infectious. What's kind of, you know, how did she change the energy of tonight, like by her play and just her presence on the court?
Well, I think one thing that Ray has always been, she's always been a high energy player. I think, you know, that was, in my opinion, one of her strengths when we first got here, her sophomore year, that she was always on go. And I think she came in with that same energy. And I thought the pace of the game, I thought A&M wanted that pace to be a little bit slower, and I thought she came in and immediately kind of bumped that up a little bit. And her knocking down a shot got the crowd into it, and then probably got our team into it and maybe made A&M sigh a little bit, you know. And so I think right now, I thought especially in that first half, I thought she played really well within herself and did what she needed to do for our team. So it was good to be able to get her. I don't know how many minutes she totally got, but 17 minutes, that was really good to be able to get her that many minutes in this game. You know, it's good for her offensively, defensively, and then get her some board work.
Kellyanne?
Jordan Horston ended with a double-double, but she said that her favorite stat line from tonight was only 1 turnover. How would you evaluate her play today, and is there anything that she's been specifically working on to help take better care of the basketball?
Well, I think for us, one of the things that she does when she's more aggressive offensively, I think her turnovers tend to go down a little bit, and so we want her to stay aggressive. I thought she played well, and I thought what she did tonight, I felt like she was involved in about every play. You know, you look up, Jordan is involved on both ends of the court. I thought she guarded. She obviously rebounded really well. She was aggressive offensively. She was finding her teammates. I thought she was just all over the place tonight, and I think that's really good for her. The more active we can get her, the better we're going to be.
Tyler, Riley, and then Maria?
Coach Blair called, Tennessee the mecca of women's college basketball, talking about the Hall of Fame, all that stuff. How special is it to face off against a coach like him in this venue, and just having nights like this where it all sort of comes together with two premier programs?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to lie, it was great to celebrate him and us still get a win, right? Yeah, I got the best of both worlds tonight. And it's not lost on me that our program is, what he said, the mecca. It is. It is. People know it. We're a big part of women's basketball. We're a big piece of women's basketball. And I've said this when I got here, I think women's basketball in general is better when we're good. And so I think that's where we're headed.
Riley?
Coach, Texas A&M came in tonight as one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country, and then they made 4 in the first quarter, but they made the rest of the game. What did you all do to kind of slow down their attack?
I thought we did a better job of locking in after that first quarter. I thought we had some busted coverage there in the first quarter, and I thought we corrected those things, and then really stayed pretty focused defensively for 3 quarters after that. They still got some threes, but they weren't as open, and then maybe they just missed a few. But I think eventually, our defense right now is just wearing people down. They're not getting as many good looks in the late in the game.
Maria, and then Kellyanne?
Coach, what snows in the forecast, East Tennessee will panic. I'm going to generously say about 1,000, maybe 1,200 fans. I'm going to count the 3 Frisbee dogs too in that count. You thank the crowd after the game for coming and advise them to please be safe going home. Just what do you say to the fans that did make their way here amid not very good driving conditions?
Yeah, I'm well aware. You say the S word, and people are not coming out of their house. They're going to buy milk and bread prior to the S word arriving, and then they're not coming out. We talked about it as a team. You know, we talked about having to go out and make your own energy and getting excited for each other. I said the bench had to be great tonight because of that. But I am grateful for the people that did come out, and hopefully everybody gets home safe and sound. Because I thought there for a while, I thought, hey, there we go. I could feel some energy from our fans. You know, there's nothing like Thompson-Boling Arena when it's rocking. And I appreciate the folks that were able to make it for sure, for coming out and supporting this team.
Kellyanne?
Coach, the post-game celebrations have been very fun to watch on social media. How was the post-game celebration tonight in the locker room?
They have completely taken over. The team has taken over. They are stealing our thunder. The coaches, we come up with a plan and we go, and they beat us to the punch. So they got us tonight. Well, we walked in and they were facing the opposite direction.
Karthik, Reese, and then Cora.
Hey, Coach, I'll ask you about the forecast today for the weather, but I want to ask you, forecasting of when Labor All Night into the starting lineup again?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't even thought about that, to be honest with you. You know, one thing that we have to do, we can't overlook what has been working for us as a team. And so what we have to do is find how we can integrate Ray and what she does, because she's a really, really good basketball player. We're still working on integrating her into the system that's working right now. And I thought tonight was a really good start. I think we're in a really good situation right now.
Reese?
Kelly, Tamari was one block away from tying the program's single-game record. You took her out with about 4 minutes left. Cora and I were crying over there. Did you realize that she was that close, or was that just obviously you guys were up by like 30?
Yeah, so we, when she came out, she sat down and somebody gave me that news. And I looked up and said, she's not going back in. Unfortunately, you know, the records are great, and obviously she is dominant in some areas for sure for us. And, you know, she didn't get enough touches for shots tonight because they were collapsing in on her and everybody else was able to score. She did her job, and you know, the stat sheet rewarded her with a little bit of that. Sometimes you just got to move on. We got to get some other people in the game and get them some minutes. And she understands that, you know.
We'll wrap it up with Cora.
Jordan Walker got her 1,000th career point tonight, and she's been one of your most consistent players all season, leads the team in assists. What does she mean to this program, and how have you seen her kind of blossom over 2 seasons here?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Jordan Walker, because I do think sometimes she flies a little bit under the radar, and she is so steady and she is so competitive. She's not the vocal leader as much as she is a leader by example. She is tough. She is competitive. I'll tell you what, yesterday, Brooklyn Miles and Jordan Walker were diving on the floor for loose balls at half court. Who does that? I mean, I don't know many players that are going to do that right now, and they're competitive, and it's such a good thing. And I think Jordan and her mindset and her attitude and her consistency is really, what's the word? She's giving that to our team, you know, and the team has taken on that personality and that attitude.
Quick follow-up, her and Brooklyn Miles are pretty close. They both said, how has she impacted Brooklyn's development? And she's come on pretty fast and having that veteran experience in the same position.
I think having Jordan Walker here has been great for Brooklyn Miles. And I think having Brooklyn has been great for Jordan. I think it's been a really good situation. They push each other. They learn from each other. They love playing together. But, boy, they get after it when they're playing against each other and then walk off the court and go eat. You know, they're just it's really fun. They've got a great relationship, and I think they do learn from each other. And you know, I remember tonight Jordan missed a play, and I walked over to Brooklyn, and Brooklyn is so locked in. She's watching Jordan on the court, and she knew exactly what I was talking about. So they do a really good job of watching each other and helping each other during games.
We'll let Maria jump in with one more question about the Ole Miss game on Sunday.
Yeah, I think the first thing you look at, you know, you got a all-conference player in Austin, and she's a tough matchup for us. You know, she has great size, but she has skill set to be able to come out on the floor. And then they've got good athletes, good rebounders, and some good shooters as well. So I think they've got really good pieces, and they've missed some games here recently, but so it'll be interesting to now get in and watch some of their recent because I think everybody played tonight, so it'll be good for us to get that one and see how they're looking after Christmas.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you guys for coming, and y'all be safe when you leave. No, I know. I know. He was going to be in the post-game celebration in Arkansas. Well, I guess he was, but the girls they trumped us, so we couldn't get to it. All right.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.